this is actually not really a discussion about theology per se. It's not a discussion about who's walking away from the faith and who's not, because I think about it like this. If I'm on a panel discussion and we're talking about Trayvon Martin, right? And somebody says, is what happened to Trayvon Martin an injustice or is it not? Or is what happened to George Floyd an injustice that includes racism or is it not? And I'm up here with a bunch of theologians. None of us are going to actually open this to see if that is true. I can't go to the Bible to see if why Trayvon Martin and George Floyd and Mike Brown was killed was because of racism. The Bible is not going to tell me that.
Right.
I have to actually do the work of looking at data, history. I have to do all of this work to get to that answer. But it feels like evangelicals make this a theological debate, like it's a theological discussion. You know that this is not really a discussion of theology. Maybe we have some diversion in some places, but we actually kind of agree theologically. You agree that racism is partiality. I agree that racism is partiality. What we're trying to figure out is, what are we interpreting in society as actual partiality then? Right. And then when we start saying, hey, this policing is partiality, they start saying, no, it's not. Now we're discussing social philosophy, like you said. But then what they do is they say, well, because the social philosophy that you have kind of has intersection with other people who are non-Christian, that means now that your social philosophy is a threat to orthodoxy. It's like a weird, it's like,
it is weird.
What are you?
It's even weirder than when they go on and they quote atheists to support their position.
You took the words right out my mouth. The guy that's leading the conversation, I almost fell out my seat when I saw Albert Mohler had James Lindsay on his show. I'm like, what's going on right now?
What is happening?
What
is happening is you guys are exposing that this is not about truth, and this is not about who's Christian and who's not, or Christian worldview. It really isn't. This is really about your culture war.
Yeah.
This is why you can bring James Lindsay in. You guys were the same guys that said, how can you guys have intersection with BLM, who said that they were trained Marxists? How can you guys have all these intersections with these people that subscribe to these ungodly worldviews or have these positions that are unbiblical?
Right.
And you criticized us for that, and you use that as a reason to why what we're saying is illegitimate. But then you guys turn around and go get the atheist, and then you use his arguments, and you do the exact same thing. You guys are willing to be co-belligerent with whoever is going to carry your side of the culture war narrative.
Right.
And our social philosophies that have been shaped by what we have been raised in, what we've listened to, and who we've listened to.